scratch tickets. I am that kind of person that hates wasting money, or I hate money being taken away from me, and scratch tickets or gambling in general make me feel that my money is being stolen from me, even though you choose to play the game. And I do feel like a sore loser at times, but I want to say this. I have never ever purchased a scratch ticket. They were always given to me and I have always lost. Whether it was an expensive one, a cheap one, I just don't see the purpose of them. It's something that I will not go out my way and purchase even till this day. Same thing goes for going to a casino. Been there, done that. I remember one night, I was 25 or 24, around there. I went to a casino with my sisters and their friends. I brought 20 bucks with me and I felt gypped off because I lost that $20 in the matter of 2 minutes. And I was upset the entire night. So needless to say, gambling is just not for me. If I'm gonna gamble my money, I'd rather just gamble it with stocks instead of wasting my hard-earned money on luck. I used to be obsessed with purses. I was that kind of person to have a purse to match my everyday outfit. Obviously, I would do the cheap route where purses were like 10 bucks, 15 bucks. They would be replicas, you know, fake bags, if you guys don't know what that is. I would go to these swap meets and it would be like, that's what they would call them, was swap meets, and you pay $5 to get in. It was an abandoned warehouse and they would have every name brand knockoff you could think of. And what happened to all of those bags that I used to own? I sold them all because, one, I didn't use them to their full purpose. I would only put my car keys in them, my wallet, and that's it. And once I became a minimalist, I'm like, why do I need bags? I just carry my wallet around and my phone and my car key. It's not even keys because I do have a keyless entry for my car, so it's just a little chip. So I don't necessarily need a purse. And I know a lot of you guys mention like, oh, well, when you have a baby, you're gonna need something. I probably will, but there's diaper bags. And that's something that'll be a lot more useful for me than a purse. I'll never ever purchase a purse again. It's just a burden to me. Like, I hate carrying things around like that for me personally. Been there, done that. You guys already know my story with cars. I purchased steering wheel covers, seat covers, the Yankee Candle incense for the mirror. Like, such a waste of money because it gave me a headache every time. So for me, I think the only car accessory that I would ever repurchase is heavy duty car mats, and that's only because of the snow and the salt and the rain in this area. I know this is not necessarily an item, but this is something that I do not do anymore. I do go to the mall if I need something. We did have a special event that we went to a month ago, and I had to purchase a dress, a nice peacoat jacket, so of course I had to go inside the mall in order to go to that store because H&M is not their own store here. It's always inside the mall. If H&M had their own store here, then I would just go there and not the mall. So needless to say, I do not like shopping at the mall. Believe it or not, I used to be one of those teenagers back in the, early 2000s to be at the mall on Friday nights with my friends. And I just prefer to stay home now, or I prefer to just be in and out of the store because I have other things, or I have better things to do instead of be shopping or window shopping in the mall. And I think maybe that's to do with my age now, but I just prefer to go to a store if I need to, not just to shop around. And I feel like with the mall, there's so many shopping tactics, so many advertising tactics that they do in order for you to go into their store, and it doesn't work with me anymore. And to me, I hate being around a huge crowd of people, and I don't like the mall. As you guys could tell, I do not like being in the mall like I used to. I'm a different person now, and yeah, in and out is just how I do things. You guys already know that I am taking a huge break from wearing makeup. I do not have any makeup on today. I do have chapstick on, Surprise, surprise. But I have no makeup on at all, and for the past couple of videos, I just been taking a huge break of makeup. But back then, I used to own an excessive amount of makeup, and that is something that I will never ever do again. It's just not in me to have an excessive amount of makeup anymore. I do have a tiny makeup kit. It's literally like 5 items, under 5 items now. But again, I'm taking a huge break from makeup, so it's just not something that I'm gravitating towards anymore. I'm embracing my natural look, I'm embracing the acne scars, and I just don't see me purchasing an excessive amount of makeup ever again. Even if I do want to dabble into newer items with makeup, I just don't see me purchasing more than 10 items like I used to. Now, I will make an exception to certain kitchen gadgets like an air fryer one day when we have the room and the budget, because, you know, obviously with frying things, I feel like an air fryer can help our overall health. But there's other fancy gadgets that I feel like I will never purchase, such as a KitchenAid. I prefer to mix things myself, plus I don't bake like that anymore. And when it comes to mashed potatoes and stuff, I just rather do it myself. I like having like chunks of potatoes instead of like it being perfectly mixed or mashed. I don't know, I feel like it's more love when you do it yourself instead of having a machine do everything for you. And of course there's other fancy kitchen gadgets like, you know, an electric can opener. We have a regular manual can opener. I feel like those last longer than the electric ones. I just like to do things on my own, and I know a lot of you guys are gonna be like, yeah, well, when you have kids it's gonna change. I don't think so, to be honest with you guys. When I cook rice from scratch. If you guys do not know, my boyfriend's Dominican. I have learned how to cook a lot of Dominican food from his mom and him. So when I cook rice from scratch, I always make sure that I cook enough to last the entire week. And if I cook too much, then I can freeze it and we can defrost it and it'll last another week. So there is little food hacks that I have learned from his mother, and I thank her so much. Because of her, I am the greatest cook ever now. I feel like I am. But yeah, she works with what she has. She don't have no fancy gadgets. She just, you know, works with what she has, and it all comes out great. So I personally do not see us purchasing any fancy kitchen gadgets ever. Smart home helpers. I'm gonna be brief with this. I do not agree with the Alexa, the Google Home, the Google whatever out there, those little robots that help you out with your daily task. I prefer to do like the grocery list myself. I prefer to do certain things myself. The only smart home helper that I would like to have in the future is probably like that little robot. What's it called? It's like a round robot, a little robot vacuum. Those are cool because I know eventually, probably 3-4 years from now when I have a kid, I probably won't have the time to vacuum, but I know that little helper will come in hand. I know it will actually be a helper to me. But when it comes to Alexa, like, I don't want a robot to turn off the lights or to turn on the projector when we watch something or to order things for us. Like, I prefer to do that all on my own. I don't know, it's just, I take pride in creating our grocery lists and just doing all of that stuff. At the end of the day, I am a planner type of person. So I feel my best when I plan the grocery trips or when I plan like, all right, I'm gonna clean this part of the house and this part, or, you know, just things like that. And I don't want a smart home helper to take something away from me that I love to do. We prefer not to have them in our house. And, you know, it's one less thing that we have to purchase actually. I've always wanted a vanity. Back when I was 21, 22, I seen all these makeup gurus having this amazing setup to do makeup, and as years went on, obviously I could never afford a vanity, and I'm glad I couldn't because they're expensive, and it probably would have went to a thrift store because I'm not into makeup like that anymore. And when I do my makeup, when if we go out or something, I'll just use the mirror in this room or the mirror in the bathroom. I do have a work desk, and that's only because I do YouTube for a living, but if I had a regular 9-to-5, I wouldn't even have his work desk. I would just go to my job, come back home, and that's it. So again, a vanity is something that I will never ever purchase. It's not for me. I don't want a desk dedicated to makeup. I did TV, cable, DVD players, etc. I haven't had cable or a TV since I was 15 years old. If you guys are new here, I am 30, almost 31 years old. And we have a projector in the living room. I'm trying to pronounce that correctly so you guys understand what I'm saying. So that projector is just amazing, and we have apps on there. The only apps that we pay for is Netflix and Amazon Prime. Everything else is free. Even if we wanted to get rid of Netflix and Amazon to save some money each month, we could, because there's so many free apps out there where you don't need cable, especially with having Pluto TV. That's literally live cable TV for free. Of course there's ads, but you're gonna watch ads with cable anyways. So I personally do not see us ever purchasing a TV. They're too bulky, they go out of style real quick. You know, and then of course you have to buy the accessories, the sound bars, the TV mounts, all of those things, and all we had to purchase for our little entertainment center is the projector and the projector stand. We only purchased the stand because we cannot hook up the projector to the wall like most people do, because we can't put holes in this unit because we don't own it. So I do not see us ever purchasing a TV or cable box or DVDs. I mean, I don't know if anybody is DVD still a thing? I don't know. Last time I had a DVD, I was like 20. Around there, yeah, 20-ish, because I used to collect horror DVDs. I'm a huge horror fan, and I had all the classic horror movies on DVDs, but when I moved out of my mom's, I gave her all of them, and I think she donated all of them because she don't use DVDs either, because she has a smart TV. So I'm pretty sure that DVDs are just not a thing anymore. I could be wrong, but I don't know, because I don't own those things, and I don't ever plan on owning those things ever again. Again, for those of you that are new here, or for those of you that already know me, I do have a cat. His name is Milo. He's actually behind the camera right now on the windowsill looking at the squirrels. But when I adopted Milo last year around this time, I purchased a lot of unnecessary cat items. And again, you live and you learn. You have to learn from your mistakes, and that's what I did with Milo. I purchased him a lot of cat toys, unnecessary cat toys, a lot of unnecessary cat items in general. I mean, he is only one, but he never really played with half of the toys that I purchased him. So I had to donate a lot of those things that I had, including the cat little mini tree thing. I ended up donating all of that to a local shelter, and I kind of wasted like a little over $200 with items that he just didn't care for. So that's something that I would not do for the next cat that we adopt. When we move, I do plan on adopting another kitty, and I learned my lesson. I will just stick with pencils, toilet paper rolls. What else do you like? He likes feathers, like just the randomest things he will play with, especially pencils. Like that is his thing. And I could have saved myself a ton of money on toys because he just plays with regular household items. And you guys have told me numerous times in the comment section that your cat does the same. And I just think cats prefer regular things and not these fancy cat toys. And the last common things I still do not buy are fake nails, eyelash extensions, and hair lash extensions. I do want to put this out there. Personally, have never purchased fake eyelashes, eyelash extensions, hair extensions. I just never thought that I needed that stuff. So therefore, I never had to spend money on hair extensions. I never felt that I needed it. Same thing goes for my eyelashes. I'm not wearing anything today, but I do have decent long eyelashes. I wish you guys can see, but the camera's not focusing. But yeah, very decent eyelashes, needless to say. So that's something else I just never had to do. And to be honest with you guys, and it was a little embarrassing, I was always afraid of fake eyelashes. I remember like the friends I used to hang out with when we used to go to the club, they would be putting fake eyelashes on, and I would be so terrified to put like glue on my eyes. And I literally thought that I was gonna get an eye infection. And I thought that when I took out the fake eyelashes, I thought my real eyelashes were gonna go with the fake ones. That's just how my mind works. I'm constantly thinking of like the worst sometimes. I'm trying to change that, but I was always afraid to use fake eyelashes, needless to say. So I never purchased them and never felt that I needed them as well. Now, when it comes to fake nails, I used to have fake nails all the time. I used to go to a salon, multiple salons in my hometown area. I used to do the big, long Ivy Queen nails. For those of you that listen to reggaeton, you already know what I'm talking about. I wanted my nails to look like hers. I got them for prom.
Yeah.
My prom was back in 2010. I had Ivy Queen nails, I had a Snooki foof, and I had, thin eyebrows. So it wasn't a good time for me, but I learned that fake nails did me more harm than good. When I started doing dishes at the job that I had, my fake nails had to go. I was getting them caught in the dishwasher. I was getting them caught in the ice cream machine. One time someone slammed the ice cream door thing on me and my whole nail came off, including my real one. It was like lifted off, it was bleeding, and it was so painful. Just thinking about it is making me cringe right now, because that's a pain I never ever want to feel again. And when that day happened, I took my nails off, I wore a band-aid forever, and never ever touched fake nails again. And not to mention, I used to spend like $50 to $60 a month
on my nails. On my nails. Like, why? Why would I do that? Like,
just thinking of how much money I have wasted on just my nails alone makes me cringe even more. But yeah, that's something I would never do again. I keep my nails nice and, I know you guys can't see, nice and short. I keep them shiny still without any nail polish. I actually have a nail buffer that does all of this in one. It's reusable, by the way. It's made out of glass. So I'll have it linked down below. But I prefer short nails, not painted, nice and shiny, natural, and I feel like it's less germs. The amount of stuff that my other nails, like my fake nails, or even long real nails, the amount of things that it would collect underneath. I won't go back to fake nails, and I won't go back to having long nails ever again. This is the length that I keep. Very short, yet still cute, if you want to put it that way. But yeah, I learned a valuable lesson with fake nails, and I will never ever purchase those again. Anyways, you guys, I hope you enjoy this video. Let me know down below what common items you still do not purchase or things that you do not do anymore. So with that all being said, I will catch you in the next video.